Okay, so let's just get on. And established the practice of circumcision. A specimen of the second era contained in the Kumulipu, which places humankind out in the darkness of the ocean, has reverberations of a floating garden in prose recital. And that makes sense. If they had a floating garden, then they wouldn't need to eat all the animals in there. They wouldn't need animals. They just eat that freaking floating garden. Catch some fish. The train of walruses passing by, milling about in the depths of the sea, the long lines of apule fish. The sea is thick with them. Crabs and hard-shelled creatures go swallowing on the way, rising and diving under swiftly and silently. Pimo, a tiny flickering light, lurks behind the horizon. On the long waves, the crested waves, innumerable the coral ridges, low, heaped up, jagged. The little ones seek the dark places, very dark as the ocean and obscure. A sea of coral like the green heights of Paliuli, like the back of the green-shelled turtle. The land disappears into them, covered by the darkness of night. Still, it is night. Alright, so this is the next video I think we're on. This is the Cry of Huna. So we're on page 10. Hali no Akua, fallen from gods. So it's talking about the gods who fell to the earth and they had sex with the daughters of man. They created 3 bloodlines from Adam's bloodlines, which was Kumuhumun Ho Nua. That was Adam, and then after they came down and had mated with his seeds and created 3 seeds, supposedly. Okay, so we got 4 different seeds of beings now, or 4 different seeds, not the same, not all men. Okay. Born was man from the narrow stream. Born was woman from the broad stream. 5 generations would come to pass after the generation of Kupulu and Ahu. An ancestor named Hawaii Imiloa, long-time searcher of the ancestral house. A great-grandson by 5 times of Kupulu and Ahu, guided by a navigator named Makali'i, the 6 little eyes. A great seer of the gods who followed the Pleiades across the 3 heavens of the darkness, arrived in Hawaii that was already inhabited. It was populated by a Menehune people, said to have descended from one of the 12 sons of Kini La'aumanu, the multitude of numerous branches, son of Kapulu and Ahu. An ancient parable-like tradition handed down by my priestly ancestors reverberates back to the earthly incarnations of gods in the beginning in prose recital of the first Amakua of Makali'i, the great seer of the gods, and how the 6 little eyes came in the possession of humankind. So this one is talking about the Menehune people, okay? So we're gonna read to the next page. I'm gonna show a video, okay? This was I think this was the saying. Here we go. Na mo'olelo, the voices of the ancestral tale. It was said by the people of old that the Makali'i, or Pleiades, so in Hawaiian they call Pleiades Makali'i, were originally 1 star, Hoku. Star is Hoku, named Makahiki, the rising eye of time. So the rising eye of time will be pronounced Makahiki in Hawaiian. Makahiki became so brilliant that the god Kane, as Kaneka Onohi Okala, Kane, the eyeball of the sun. So that long word was Kane, the eyeball of the sun. Okay, became emulated in order to pursue Makahiki. Kane made Aldebaran called Kaomaiku, the darting eyes of the god Ku. Ku is the god of war. And Sirius. Sirius was called Hikikau Lono Meha. Placed the god Lono alone in time. So Sirius was where Lono was said to exist. Okay? And it was said that the fleeing Makahiki hid his eye behind a great stream. Hikikau Lonomeha drained the waters of the stream dry, and Kanika Onohi Okala flung Maiku to pierce Makahiki, who broke into 6 little pieces called Makali'i, the 6 little eyes of time. So the 6 little eyes of time is pronounced Makali'i. The eyes that climb forth from the tail to look out through the eyes of humankind. Let's see. Alright, so that was the end of that. So new paragraph. First visit to Hawaii. Wave after wave of men moving in company have arrived in the various shores of what had become known as Hawaii Miloa. Wave after wave, the women moving in company had arrived on the various shores of Hawaii Miloa. They had been shuttled across the great Pacific Ocean from the lost land called Ka'aina Ka Mele Mele Akane. So they talk about leaving a place, their ancient land, coming to Hawaii. Their ancient land was called the land of the Yellow Sea of Kane. So the land of the Yellow Sea of the Creator. And the way they said it was Ka'aina Kai Mele Mele Akane. So by the 3 brothers of Hawaii Miloa named Ki, Kanaloa, and La'akapu, the sacred taboo. La'akapu was a sacred high chief of Kahiki and became an ancestor of chiefs, seers, and priests of the order of Lono Nui Akea. So that one god that was talking about, Lono, the god of agriculture, he became the priest of that order. So there was 3 orders. Okay? And the ancient prophets of Kupihea, it was La'akapu who first introduced feathered images and idols. So La'akapu is the first one who introduced the images and idols that were seen as deities. So he was the first one for idol worship and images. Gods in the heavens by the people of ancient Hawaii. Feathers were often treated as hair that fell from the heavens because feathers were made sacred. So in Hawaii, feathers were sacred. It was sacred is pronounced la'a. By traveling through the spaces of air occupied by gods alone, many feathers, it was said, have been touched by gods upon entering the heavens on the body of birds in life. An ancient chant handed down to me by my priestly ancestors of the Kapuhuia Kupihea line reverberates with the land that these new arrivals witnessed upon first sight and of the naming of these islands after the clan's first arrival. Hawaii moving in the water, rainbows, water gushing, spouting, unstable, Muddy, water flowing, the land is unstable. Muddy, flowing, moving in all places, flowing with fire, due to distance, length far and far away, multitudes of fire, lava and volcanoes like on Sumatra and Java, therefore called Hawaii Milor, Hawaii long searching. It is the true name of this place. Okay, hold on. Almost there. Okay, so I'm gonna play this video, then I'm gonna read the next because the next one is deep. Okay. This video 3. Video 3. It's late. Don't mind me. All I do is put in work. When you hear the call, man, you gotta go. That's what I'm saying. It's all good. I care about you. It's what it is. It is what it is. Feel me? Alright, let's get it. Let's wake up all my neighbors.